name is Jamie Fang. I think I was supposed to introduce herself every time for the new member that doesn't know us. I'm Jamie Fang from Norman's Orchids, orchids.com, from the Fang family. Today we have special guest from San Diego. Your first name? Susie. We have Susie drove in from San Diego for about what, 2 hours? Hour and a half? Stretch. For an hour and a half, so it's great to have you. And we have actually a few more people, but they're kind of got lost in the greenhouse. Today it'll be an interesting subject. So what do you guys do at home when you get an email from our Karen says you have a package coming, right? So what do you do all day? I'll be sitting there going, what time is this coming? What time is it coming? Wait, do I hear a doorbell? Do I hear a doorbell?
Ding ding.
Ding ding? What is it? What could it be?
I have a package delivery.
Oh my
over
God,
here.
it's my box from Norman's Orchids. I cannot believe it. I've been waiting and waiting. Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Norman. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? Anyways, see, I'm gonna inspect my box. Make sure FedEx didn't damage it. If it did damage it, we want to make a claim to FedEx, say you dinged my box, right? So anyways, here's a box. It's quite perfectly. So what do you do when you open a box? There's actually a technique to this. So you actually do the weight test. Try to figure out what side's heavier so you know where the bulk of your shipment's going to be at. So it's going to be on my right side. So I'm a righty, so I'm going to flip it over here. It's on the right side. Perfect. So it's all taped and sealed perfectly for all this banging and all those traveling. And see, I'm doing the flip, I'm doing the drop. That's
perishable.
I know, but this is how FedEx comes. They don't just hand it, deliver it perfectly. So, I guess I don't scare people like Norman does, right? Chop off the spike. I could throw this. You want to toss?
No.
Nobody's entertained?
No.
No. So actually, I forgot to mention that, is it Jeff, that we have our YouTube? Is it under Norman's Orchids? I need you to go subscribe, and like it, and then bam, every time we have something that uploaded from Jeff, you'll get a notice. So the YouTube is always, what, 2 weeks behind? So the VIP group, this group will still have the first choice and first alert of what we have coming up. So anyway, so you have to have a knife and scissors, right? I usually would have a box in hand for all the peanuts and a few trays. If you have any trays, make sure you have the trays or any box, or just to help you support the plants that's coming out. So here we go. I'm a little nervous. Whenever you guys do this opening boxes, I get a little bit nervous. So what I'm going to do is always start from the side. I really need you guys to focus on this, not me this time. This is about opening the boxes. I usually put my hand here. Don't cut yourself. Go through the side first. Right, we got this side up. And I'm usually not very good with knives, so I'm going to be real careful. And this side's up. The next thing I need you to be real careful is, because we don't know where the plants is, where the spikes is going to be. I usually do it from the side. And I'll start putting my hand in there, lifting the lid. So that can ensure that we're not going to cut into this foam. So again, start with the side, lift it a little bit, start cutting. As you lift, just start lifting, I'm sorry, there's more people here. Lifting the lid, and then we're gonna open. So again, if you slid into here, you never know. You might be cutting some spike or some leaf or some plants already. We package for cold and heat. I know people say we're kind of excessive compulsive in our shipments, but anyways. And I keep everything. I'm gonna keep this for future. I never know when I need it. Wow, we have instructions. So, hopefully you will read the instructions and not go straight into opening. Okay, so we remove blah, blah, blah. Gently cut the tape. That's already a little too late, but anyways. The thing we're going to update here on the package slip is, now that we get more hobbyist order, the water instruction, you really have to use your judgment. Sometimes the plant, we let it dry a little bit so it doesn't get too wet to be rotted. So please use your judgment. I will update the packing slip again. As we go, we always learn. We'll update a little bit more. As you go, please, every plant, it's like having twins. They don't need to be eaten and fed at the same time because every plant will be different in watering. But do double check. And again, try not to repot plants right away because they just went through transition and
So if
shipping.
they're wet, they don't need to be watered.
Yeah.
And if they're dry, they should be watered.
If they're dry, they should be watered. Use your judgment. If it's feel heavy, then don't water. If it looks dry, bone dry, because we're not going to, you know, plants grow on the bench. If they're dry, we're not going to water before we ship it. So please use your judgment. And here is a whole bunch of peanuts. So make sure you're not in an area that's high wind area. Your peanuts will be everywhere. This is what I said about having... Hi, Curtis. Buddy. I haven't seen you for a few weeks. I noticed these things, you know. I know. So again, here's our heavier side. Lack of room, so I'm just going to tilt it a little bit. Again, Roger, can you get to all these fancy tape that we spend so much money on? It's for traveling. So here's your knife. Be careful. Cut all the tape first. Cut it, okay? Instead of trying to yank it out, take the tape off first. And if you, as you go, put the peanuts in a container. Yeah, don't open this outside. It'll be all over your yard and you're going to be cursing my name. All the tape comes off first. Gently try to remove. Don't try to pull it and try to pour it out because there obviously is flowers here. You can tell there's flowers here. So I'm going to be real gently here. I'm just going to keep taking the peanuts out. It'll take a while. When you get to the flower area, just kind of leave it alone for a minute. The plant's only going to be taped from the pot, so we're not going to tape the flower, obviously. So now we already did our first jiggle. Then I'm going to gently, because you want to go with the flow. You're not going to go against the flow. Go with the flow. Loosen all the peanuts. Voila, this plant came in perfect. So stop shaking. As you shake it, the pollen cap fall off. There's a pollen cap here. If it falls off, the flower's going to fade and you're going to say, hey, Norman's orchid plant don't last. But anyways, so that's one. Here's the second one. Like I said, go with the flow. Don't try to fight it. And then just loosen up the peanuts. Isn't this great? We have a tray here just handy and the plants are perfect. They're not falling over. I've seen some try to unpack and the plants are flopping and everything, but we do the best we can. I'm kind of OCD. I'm like sorting out my peanuts. Here again, we have a second layer. Again, we're going to cut the tape first. Take all the tape out. Don't try to yank it out. I see a lot of people just trying to yank it, and then there goes your flower, there goes your pollen. Again, they will always secure the plant to the box, so there shouldn't be any tape here. Gently. Again, when you take peanuts out, still go with the flow, face down. When you're done with all that packaging removal, flip it up. See? Another perfect. Keep my fingers crossed, nothing's broken. Here's another one. Voila, keep it float down. Peanuts will fall right off. And stop shaking it, stop moving it, don't start talking into babying it. The pollen cap will stay intact, okay? So, I guess I really should check how many did I order, right? I don't think I have a full package slip, but you want to check so you kind of want to make sure you don't throw away another plant in there. We've done that when I went to orchid shows. Here we are, big old box, and at the end of the show we're like trying to throw away the boxes, and sure enough there's one little plant in there that's been in the show all weekend. So here we go again. There's plants on this side. We're gonna just gently cut the tape. Don't cut your fingers off. Here we go, and this one has a perfect spike that's just starting. Oh, actually, double whammy. 2 spikes. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6 plants. So I think that's about it. I think that's what I ordered. Oh no, and these are not going to jump home with me.
The box will.
The box will, yes, okay. We'll take the box home. So here we are. We already double checked. There's nothing. And then if you find a plant with no tag, check inside. There's sometimes the tag fall in. If not, do the process of elimination. Just go through your list. If you lose the tag, just email Karen. We'll send you a tag, or you can handwrite a tag, whichever. So we're done. Voila. Any questions? So the moral of the story is start for the heavier side, and the way you cut open the box is very important. And if you're not quite sure, since I've been doing it for 30 years, the heavier side, you could actually cut the boxes down and just open it. Okay, if that will help you.